Good morning, SPs. Can you guys hear me? I oddly cannot hear myself, so I don't know if this is working or not. So if someone could comment in the chat, that would be great. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me try unplugging and replugging in. Hey, Jennifer, can you hear me? I can't hear anything. I couldn't hear my video playing. You can hear me? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, I guess I won't worry about it too much, but I couldn't hear myself. Let me put my phone on silent. It's going to be a good day today, Jennifer. I won't say any more, but it's going to be a good day. Let's see. Let's do screen share. Come on. Screen share. And then I go to my YouTube page. Go to posts. Open. Open. Slow, but it did finally open. And then here's my little Board of Public Works post. The agenda. Let's sign in on Zoom link and then look at the agenda. So I push the Zoom link. And see, then it opens up this page, and then I joined Zoom link workplace. But I gotta go back to my stream share and change what I'm sharing. Takes me a second to get to it all, sorry. All right, share this page instead. And Jennifer, just to double check, you can hear me when I'm in the Zoom? Because I don't have myself up. I don't know if that makes a difference. It might. And then I go to the Zoom page. You can still hear me? Perfect. Go to the Zoom page and put my hand up. See it down here in the bottom, in the middle. Put my hand up. I'm going to change the banner. I don't think I have one specific to Public Works. I'm not well today, just full disclosure. I might lose my voice. It's already getting really sore. And I started losing it earlier. So we're going to look at the agenda items. I'm going to go back to my page, click on agenda. I'm going to go back to StreamYard to change it so you guys can see the agenda items too.
Hello, can you hear me? No.
I hear you, Audit. Let's see, screen share. Where is, oh yeah. Share the agenda items. Let's look at that. So today's agenda items, but I heard her through my speaker, not through my microphone. I mean, not through my headset. So I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, I think I know. I think I forgot to change settings in StreamYard. Hold on. Let me fix that. No? All right. Let's hope that that does it. I changed it to headset. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Actually, maybe I should play a clip just so I can see if that worked. Here, I'll play my outro. Yeah, I still can't hear it, so I don't know what's going on. But I could hear Audit through my speaker, so let me try one more thing. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I need to get a new headset. I can do it through the speakers, but I can't do it through. I just won't be able to hear today. That's not going to work for me. I need to be able to hear when they call on me. Let me try again. I still can't hear. Try again. All right, well, I guess I just have to go through the speakers. But good news is I can take off the headset, I guess. Let me see if I can. Well, I can hear it. That's the important part. So, tab. Here is the agenda items. Neighborhood council comments. There's a presentation. It's a retirement. 26 years of service, Bureau of Sanitation. And then there is African American History Month recognition, and they have 6 people they're honoring. Foundation for the Park Program project recognition. Park is PARC. I don't know what the Park program is. Then we have a request for authority from the Bureau of Sanitation. Water Resources Control Board motions. Then street improvement report, and that's it. So it's just 3 items. Bureau of Sanitation, request for authority, Water Resources Board control, and street improvements and resurfacing projects. I can use the street improvement to talk about L. Ron Hubbard Way. I need to not talk so much. I'm just going to lose my voice here today. Change the screen share back to the Zoom link. There we go. I liked the other better. Yeah. Nothing wants to do quite what I want it to do today. Got to change the layout now. There we go. That's a little better. Hey, Laura, Audit here. Yeah, well, mine was my headset. I couldn't even hear my own clips, but I can now. Let me just double check again. Yeah, I can hear that now. So Audit's here, Laura's here, Jennifer's here, Kathy's here. Should be a really exciting day today, guys. I have big expectations today. Hope everyone's got a good weekend plan. Laura, are you going to meet Tori tonight at Blue? Audit, are you going? Reese is going to be there and a bunch of other people, so it should be a pretty good protest tonight at Big Blue. And while I'm speaking about protests, I feel like such a dipshit. Style Audit 1A is doing a big protest Sunday in Chicago, and she asked me to promote it, and I totally forgot to mention it on my morning show. I'm just not feeling well, and I wasn't thinking. And this Sunday, I think 2:00 her time. Oh, you're definitely going to be there with a bunch of signs. That's awesome. So I'm not 100% sure of the time, but I think she said 2:00 her time. And Chicago, they're having a reunion of sorts. It's the anniversary of the org opening, and they're having a big protest with some of the old names. Some of the old protesters. I'm going to go check my email and see what time she said. Amazing, but I had it right. It's 2:00. 2:00 Sunday, Chicago time. So what is that, Central? 2:00 Central. So what is that? That would be noon our time. Yeah, I wasn't going to share that because, maybe he doesn't, maybe he does. But that's exciting. That's really exciting. I hope he does, because I want him to say, hey, have you read that book? Did you read the book I gave you? Did you see my story? This is what I'm talking about when I'm asking you to deny them permits. Good job pulling him in, Lara. Your voice is amazing in this movement, and then add to it his story and his voice. Very impactful. Thank goodness
we have. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you're here in person to provide public comment, please fill out a public comment card in the back of the room and bring it up front. If you're on our Zoom platform, I see a few hands raised, so I'm gonna check, see who has public comment. Audit LA, good morning. Hopefully you can hear us now.
Good morning. Yes, now I can hear you, thankfully. I would like public comment and all agenda items, please.
Great, got you down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Georgina, good morning. I see you have your hand raised. Do you have general public comment or comment on any agenda items?
Yes, please. All agenda items and public comment.
Perfect, thank you. And caller with the hand raised, that's iPhone 4. Can you please let us know your name and...
Yes, my name is Jennifer Spencer, and I would like to do public comment.
Just general public comment?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. We will get started shortly.
Yay. So that was Jennifer calling in. And what I was starting to say is, thank goodness we have Audit LA to round it out, because without Audit, none of us would be doing this. And she escorted us in, showed us the ropes, and the combination of you with Audit is amazing. And then
good morning, Laura. I see you have your hand raised. Do you have general public comment or comment on any agenda items today?
General public comment and all agenda items, please.
Got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then add to that Jamie. Oh my gosh. I hope he's able to call in. I know it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy for anyone to find the time and the strength to do it, but then add to it that it's triggering and it's emotionally so impacting. Sorry if you hear that. I'm brushing my hair. Just felt messy. Lara's going to be at Blue around 6. That's awesome. I think she said they're going to start at 7. So anytime you're there before is great, I'm going to try to be quiet to rest my voice. I've been pretty sick. I know some of you have been worried about me. Don't worry. It's just my regular stuff that I go through with my seizure disorder. So no worrying. I know Audit was worried, and Few of you have asked how I am. See, so I'm obviously a degraded being. I have a seizure disorder. See, I'm gonna sit here and knit. Be quieter today. Sorry, I know this doesn't make for very exciting content. Hey, No Face, welcome in.
You want to take notes? Oh,
But if I talk now, I might not be able to talk when it's my turn to talk, so.
Mission.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it's just one retirement presentation, but then it's like 6 people are getting honors for Black History Month. Hey, Power, I'm losing my voice. So.
Are you feeling sad, lonely, and starved for love? Are you tired of looking for love on dating apps? Is your cult of millions still not a large enough dating pool for you to find a wife replacement for the one that you locked up in exile, never to be heard from again? Well, look no further. We here at Scientology Up North can help. At Scientology Up North, we believe that there is an alien Phaeton match for everyone. Even the worst cult leaders on TGAC can find love in Copenhagen. Our certified love specialist, Miriam de Fantastiques, has had 100% success rate. Follow her in Copenhagen today at Scientology Up North. Is your protest gray, drab, and sad? Well, you can do better. Come on into Dusty's Soda Dispenser's tie-dye shop today. Find everything that your protest needs to bring it to life. Make it bright, fun, and more eye-catching. You can rev it up to 10x and get some movement in your feet. You can be a happy protester. Just pop into Dusty's Soda Dispenser's shop on his channel today. There you will find all you need to protest Scientology. With vigor and glee, we can turn that frown upside down. Dusty's has sizes from XXX small to 6X large, all at reasonable prices. Don't miss! Come on in to Dusty's today while supplies last.
Okay, let me put us in record mode, President King. And we can get started. We
Recording
are
in progress.
now recording.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Friday, February 27, 2026. Ms. Zatorsky, please take roll and establish quorum.
Of course, good morning, everyone. Devin Zatorsky with the Board of Public Works here to take roll and establish quorum. We're joined by President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas, and we have a quorum. We're also joined by our City Attorney Representative, Ms. Daryl Field. We do have a public commentary in person today, as well as general public comment and multiple item commentary via our Zoom platform, and no submitted neighborhood council commentary.
Thank you very much. So first off, happy African American Heritage Month. And before we get started with our presentations and public comment, I want to recognize my colleague, Commissioner Faith Mitchell, who will lead us in a short moment of silence.
Good morning, everyone. I thought it would be appropriate as we do our celebration of Black History Month to actually have a minute of silence in memory of Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Commissioner Mitchell. So we have several presentations today. We will start with our retirement. We have two special Bureau of Sanitation staff here for their decades of service. So I want to recognize Mr. Gabe Miranda for this retirement presentation.
Great. Good morning, President Kang, Vice President Chavez, Commissioners, Executive Officer, and City Attorney. I'm Gabe Miranda, Assistant Director with LA SAN. There's a philosophy that says leadership is not about authority. It is about stewardship. It is about leaving a place better than you found it and lifting the people around you along the way. Today, we celebrate a leader who understands that deeply. Jeffrey Armstead began his career 26 years ago with LA SAN as a refuse collection truck operator with the Solid Resources Valley Collection Division. From the very beginning, Jeff demonstrated a strong work ethic and a deep commitment to serving the residents of Los Angeles. In 2017, Jeff was promoted to refuse collection supervisor and assigned to the South LA district. In that role, he oversaw our residential curbside collection, including our household waste, organics, recycling, and bulky item collection, essential services that directly impact the quality of life of our communities. Jeff approached this responsibility with dedication, fairness, and pride. In 2020, Jeff transferred to the Livability Services Division, where he oversaw the Care and Care Plus program. This is when I had an opportunity to work very closely with Jeff. It quickly became clear that Jeff possessed leadership qualities that translated seamlessly into strong management. His professionalism, attention to detail, and the respect he showed staff at every level were second to none. In a large labor organization like LA SAN, creating an environment that's conducive to good management labor relations is so critical. Jeff understood that fundamentally. He led with integrity, he listened, he communicated clearly, and most importantly, he built trust. His leadership style brought people together and strengthened each of the teams he oversaw. In 2022, Jeff was promoted to Solid Resources Superintendent, serving as the district manager over our newly created Altered Shift illegal dumping program. Jeff was instrumental in the design and the planning of the innovative initiative, which provides illegal dumping service response in the evening outside of normal working hours, 7 days a week. His forward-thinking approach and operational insight helped shape a program that continues to serve our city in a meaningful way. Jeff was later appointed as division manager, assistant division manager, that is, further demonstrating the confidence the department had in the leadership and his experience. Today is truly bittersweet for myself. LA SAN and the city as a whole is losing an exceptional civil servant, someone who consistently put the city and its residents first. As a city resident himself and a proud constituent of CD7, Jeff brought personal passion to his work. In fact, during our clean stat briefings, where we would brief the council offices on some of the cleanliness data, when we met with CD7, Jeff sometimes felt more like an extension of the council office than a representative of LA SAN. That passion manifested in how deeply he cared about the communities we serve. It showed in his willingness to be available around the clock, always ready to step in and assure me that we delivered the highest level of service possible. I will personally miss the late night calls we shared, addressing urgent challenges in the service of our city, then taking a moment to talk about life, family, and simply checking in. A career brings many professional connections. Few turn into true friendships. Knowing you has been one of those rare privileges. When Jeff officially told me he was retiring, I told him I did not accept that decision. In hindsight, I was just working through the stages of grief, starting with denial. Jeff's legacy is not only in the programs he has built or the titles he held. It lives in the people he mentored, the teams he strengthened, and the example he set. His career reflects dedication, humility, innovation, and heart. Today marks the close of an extraordinary 26-year career and the beginning of more time with the people who matter most. On behalf of your LA Sand family, we want to thank your family for sharing you with the city, for the late nights, the early mornings, and the countless moments duty called. Jeff, thank you for your 26 years of outstanding service, leadership, and commitment to the city. We wish you health, happiness.
Good morning, President King, Commissioners, City Attorney, and everyone who came to honor this moment for our retirees. It is with great pleasure to see so many friends, colleagues, and family gathered here today to celebrate a truly remarkable career. We are here today to honor Jeffrey Armstead, a person who has dedicated 26 incredible years of service to LA Sanitation. Jeff, when we look back on your career, we don't just see a job well done, we see a legacy. You've been a cornerstone to the Livability Services team, and your dedication as an assistant division manager has been invaluable. I'll never forget the time at PWB 10th floor when you first took on the emergency appointment for assistant division manager, and you came to Jessica and I, and you needed to know how to do something. Jessica and I laughed, and then we advised you with each task you asked. Some we could not answer, but I told you we just had to figure it out together. Just that first interaction with you in that role shows that you were and still are a very humble man. You have never been afraid to ask questions and learn and teach. Your dedication and willingness took livability to the next level. We've all learned so much from you. Your emotional intelligence, your steady composure has been an inspiration. You've not only excelled in your own work, but have also been a mentor and a friend to so many of us. While we are sad to see you go, we are thrilled for you to embark on this next great adventure. We know you have so many wonderful things planned, golfing, grandchildren, and traveling. We hope you embrace this new chapter with all your passion and energy you brought to your work here every single day. Thank you, Jeff, for your wisdom, your commitment, and your friendship. You'll be missed, but never forgotten. Everybody, please join me in congratulating Jeff Armstead to a fantastic past and an even greater future.
First, I'd like to thank the board for having this moment of accomplishment. Really appreciate it. A few people I'd like to thank in this accomplishment that we shared today. And the first person is my oldest brother, Joe Charles Armstead. By being the oldest, he set a high level of expectation and standard. By going off to college, playing professional ball, and then retiring after 30 plus years in the Army. He's always shown me how to be a man and how to take care of business. Today would not be possible without the leadership of my oldest brother. I just want to say thank you. The next person is my baby sister, Joanna. Always a support. She was always there, always encouraging. And again, a person that always took the lead in everything she's done in her life. And that was an inspiration to me as well. So I would like to say thank you, Joanna. As you heard Mr. Miranda speak on the late calls and being on the phone and taking care of business throughout the city, I would like to especially thank my wife, Diana, for being there every minute of the hour, not giving me a hard time for being on the phone at 11 o'clock at night. Over the years, my shift has changed so many times, which put a lot of pressure on her to continue to run the household and allow me to fulfill my career dreams here with the city. I don't want to say thank you, Diana. The person that's really made this happen, and I'm so blessed to have my mom here. Without her and my dad, may he rest in peace, none of this would be possible. She taught me grit, grind, discipline, work ethic, and teamwork. This was my first football coach. She will tell you about football in a heartbeat and know exactly what she's talking about. And that same energy and that same thrive helped create the man I am today. And Mom, I want to say I love you, I thank you, and I am so blessed that God has sent the family that he has sent for me. To my peers in the Livability Service Department, Gabe, Janelle, Jessica, Nick, JB, Lugo, Ward, Nestor. None of this is possible with all the teamwork that it comes with in livability services. There's not a one-man show, it's a team. We make one another better than we were the day before. And I really want to thank Gabe for being my mentor, my leader, and showing us how to steadfast and get the job done. None of this would be possible without the leadership of Mr. Miranda. And I owe everything to him for my accomplishments. And I'm greatly appreciative of that. Last but not least, there was a thing when I played football. And if the opposing coach didn't come shake my hand after the game, I felt I didn't do it or play a good game. Today, I feel the same with the comments of Mr. Miranda and Janelle. Those comments solidified that the work I've done here with the city over the last 26 years amplified that I did a great job. And I'm so appreciative of that. And I never wanted to let anyone down. I've always wanted my work to be recognized without speak. And hopefully with today's services, I hope I accomplished that. With that being said, again, thank you, board. Thank everybody who has attended today. I'm looking forward to the next chapter in my life of golfing, going to the casino, and sleeping in the bed when I want to. With that being said, thank you and God bless.
Good morning, board. My name is Miguel Sarmento, and I'm a division manager with Processing Construction Divisions with the Department of Sanitation and Environment. I'm here to present and acknowledge one of our great leaders that we have at our transfer station. And those that are familiar with Clark's, which is a facility that takes half of the residential trash. Every day, 2,500 tons of trash goes through it, nonstop. In any hiccups, 1 hour, it actually creates a backlog of trucks behind, which the city depends on having their trash being picked up. They want to make sure that by 10 o'clock, they roll in their black bin. And one of the things that Marco Valladares has done for the past few years is operate that facility. Without his leadership, commitment, and love for the work he does, and for waking up 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning to make sure he's there at the office, to make sure everything's operating without a hiccup, because we do by 5:30 in the morning, 6 in the morning, we have many trucks waiting to unload. Some of the coworkers here are familiar with that process. So I want to tell you, Marco, that without your support, without your dedication, your friendship, and not only your commitment to the love of the city that you provide, would have been possible. You know, I do want to acknowledge that we talk to you every day at 6:30 in the morning, every day, to ask you, how's it going? And my response, I'm always afraid that he's telling me something's wrong. There's a line in the outside in the street, because I know Gabe and other co-workers, they're here, is like, what's going on? What's going on? And this is the man that makes that happen. This is the man that without him, his leadership and commitment, none of that would have taken place. And it's not only 6 in the morning, it's all the way until 11 o'clock at PM. We recognize Jeffrey, but a lot of the work that he does is still comes to Clark's. And this is the man that makes that magic. All this trash goes to the proper place. But also I know that it's not only you, there's always a team at home. There's always somebody at home. And I want to thank your wife, Claudia, that without her support, this man would not come to the office Monday through Saturday. Because I sometimes I call him at 6, 7 o'clock at PM for the next day. And I know he's probably at dinner, and your wife is saying, what are you picking up the phone for? Because I understand in those situations. So from the bottom of my heart, and from the bottom of everybody who in the division, because many people have asked me, you're losing somebody who makes things happen. The person that's a magician that makes trash disappear. So I want to thank you, Marco, your family, your team, because you have created an environment, a safety environment at Clark's. He has 50 people and no accidents have taken place in a long time. So I want to acknowledge him for his leadership and commitment and the love for this work. So thank you so much, Marco. Thank you. And I want to turn it over to his media supervisor, James Greenfield.
Good morning, President Khan, board members. My name is James Greenfield. I'm a solid resource manager for Solid Resource Processing and Construction Division. I've been Marco's manager, supervisor for, I think it's going on 6 years. I want to give a little history on Marco's career. He's served for 36 years, all underneath the Board of Public Works. Marco joined the city in January 2nd of 1990 with sanitation at Hyperion as a maintenance laborer. He was then promoted to wastewater collection worker with sanitation in November of 1992 at the Venice Yard, and then transferred to Doris Place. Marco tells a story that his mom was pressuring him to go to college, and he could probably relate to that. And Marco said, no, I want to be a truck driver. Well, he was promoted to a truck driver with street services in July of 1995. And then Marco was promoted to a heavy duty truck operator in May of 1996 with street services, street tree. In July of 1988, he then transferred a heavy truck operator back to Hyperion. In July of 2004, he transferred to Solid Resource Processing and Construction Division at Van Norman mulching operation and facility. And then Marco promoted to equipment operator in 2005, and that was with Street Services lot cleaning. And then he transferred back to SRPCD at Lopez Canyon in December of 2005. In November 2017, Marco received an emergency appointment to equipment supervisor, and he had been in an acting capacity in that position for 6 years over the transportation crew. So he finally got recognition for his hard work there. He promoted to equipment supervisor in August of 2018, and then in 2019, Marco was moved / transferred to Clark's because we needed an equipment supervisor there. And then in February of 2022, he received an emergency appointment to solid waste disposal superintendent. And then in May of 2023, he promoted to solid waste superintendent at Clark's transfer station, which is a real critical operation. As you heard some of Miguel speak on that, it's open 7 days a week, and it goes from about 2 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's 6 days a week and almost that long on Sunday. So we really appreciate his dedication, his leadership. It's a critical facility, and he can always be counted on. A little personal on Marco, he enjoys traveling with his wife of nearly 36 years, Claudia. Marco enjoys riding his Harley with her, and he also enjoys going to car shows and anything related to cars, trucks, pickup trucks, and big rigs. Marco and Claudia have 3 children, a 33-year-old son. They have 2 30-year-old twin daughters, and they're waiting for grandchildren. When retired, Marco plans to start restoring his 1946 Chevrolet Aero sedan and then take it to car shows. He also plans on taking motorcycle trips across the country and Canada and a trip to Europe. He has other family members as well. They have a blue and gold macaw named Wilson, 2 Yorkie Poo puppies, one named Bandit after his favorite movie, Smokey and the Bandit, and the other Casper. And Marco just got a new mixed breed pit bull rescue puppy named Harley to keep him busy. So he's got a full house / zoo to tend to in his retirement. I'm very thankful for Marco's 36 years of service. It's easy to gloss over all the years. He's been a huge support. In each of those positions that he had, he did it with dedication. He became an expert and helped train others along the way, and has just been a huge support. He's been invaluable with his dependability, and his consistency will be missed. And I was sharing at a retirement send-off. When you look in the dictionary under dependable, Marco's name is there. So Marco can stand tall knowing that he left Clark's transfer facility better than he found it. He worked hard and we focused on cross-training others. And so now we've left it in capable hands, which is really critical, that having that seamless transition. He's been critical in helping that to happen. I can always count on him day, night, weekend to handle the challenge of the hour. And so please join me in wishing Marco a very long, happy, healthy, and well-deserved retirement, and he will be greatly missed. You like to share a few words?
I'll make this quick. I'm not one for public speaking, but here we go. I want to thank everybody who's here, my wife, friends, Roger, and everybody else who's here, Nick, everybody, George. I don't want to not call anybody's name, but everybody who's here. Yeah, it's been 36 years. I remember my first day working for the city. Like, I could say it happened last week. It's been a pleasure working for the city. I was born and raised in the city of LA. And for my dependability, I got to hand that to my dad, who, when we were growing up, he never missed work. Told me, okay, when you go to work, you go to work. So yeah, I wasn't someone to miss work. Going there, proudly serve the city of Los Angeles. And with that being said, again, thank everybody, James, Miguel, Dave. It's been a pleasure working for the city, and thank you, everybody.
So thank you very much. I want to give an opportunity for the commissioners to provide their remarks. Why don't we start off with Commissioner Mitchell?
Jeffrey Marco, congratulations on your years of service to the city of Los Angeles. It's amazing that in both of your speeches, you talked about the influences of your family on your commitment to your job. And then, of course, you go to work and you got another family. It's amazing that both of your families are here to celebrate this moment in time for you. We wish you a very healthy retirement. If you want to come back and see us sometime, that'd be great too. Take care of yourselves.
Thank you very much. President Pro Tem Grant.
Listening to these careers, it reminds me how honored and privileged I am to be able to witness such excellence, such distinguished work in terms of serving both the city and the people of Los Angeles. Thank you both, and please enjoy your retirement. It's well deserved.
And then Commissioner Cardenas.
Congratulations, Jeffrey and Marco. I think everybody here just witnessed what it is to be a public servant. So thank you for your commitment to the city and enjoy your retirement.
And Vice President Chavez.
Well, I have to acknowledge something that anyone in this room already knows, which is this work runs on late nights and early mornings. And when the city sleeps, the people who keep it clean don't always have that luxury. So, and I know to your respective families, you know, you share in that, the early alarms and in the late hours. So behind every great public servant is a family that supports and shares in that sacrifice. So on behalf of the board and the City of Los Angeles residents, thank you to the families and congratulations. Thanks.
Thank you. Just to add briefly, congratulations again, 26 and 36 amazing years. It is also bittersweet for all of us here at the board because I think in the Bureau of Sanitation, I mean, every staff there is doing tremendous work, but LSD, I think, is one of our critical lifelines for our city that makes our community shine. So thank you all. And to Jeffrey and Marco, please come visit us. And please be the ambassadors in your retirement for sanitation and for the city of Los Angeles. So thank you very much. And at this time, why don't we invite both of you to the back area here with the flag along with your staff and family for some photos. We'll briefly adjourn for about 5 minutes and we'll continue our celebration with African American History Month. The time now is 10:31 a.m.
I feel like I should be speaking, but I really want to save my voice for the call. I'll play a clip. Let's see, what will we play? I'll play this. I don't think Miriam saw this yet. because it's so bad I'm gonna make you watch it twice. Miriam, that was supposed to go with your interview, but I was having AI trouble, so I put it out yesterday. That's Miriam's channel icon. Peter, it's my seizure disorder. I don't have a sore throat. I mean, it's sore, but it's sore in a different way. It's not like raw. It's not infected. It's just when I get the muscle spasms, it makes the vocal cord spasm, and I lose my voice over time. Yeah, if I get exhausted, I lose my voice. And I'm thoroughly exhausted. I should be in bed right now. But I couldn't disappoint you guys, and I enjoy this so much. And I'm going to take off the rest of the weekend, except I'm modding for Style on Sunday. Miriam, I know you're worried about me, and some of the others are you. I'm misspeaking. Some of you others are worried about me, but I'll be okay.
All right, folks, we will slowly resume our next presentation. So if Jeffrey and Marco's family and staff exit towards the forecourt for additional photos, we'll resume our presentation for African American Heritage Month. All right. Ms. Zatorsky, if you want to reestablish quorum for us.
Okay, great. It's 10:37. We have President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and Commissioner Cardenas, and we have quorum.
Thank you very much. All right, folks, we're going to be resuming our second presentation, which is African American Heritage Month. So folks can quiet down. Thank you very much. So at this time, I want to recognize our colleague, Commissioner Faith Mitchell, to lead us in this recognition.
Thank you. Welcome to the board's Black History Month celebration. As you know, this is the 100th year of celebrating Black History Month in the United States. Next slide. Next slide. Dr. Carter G. Woodson was a historian of Black American experience, initiated Negro History Month in 1926. He chose the second week of February because it was the month in which Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln birthdays fell. Dr. Woodson was the second Black American after W.E.B. Du Bois to obtain a PhD from Harvard University after he was barred from the conferences of the American Historical Society. Dr. Woodson established alternative institutions dedicated to the study of Black history, including the national organization of ASALH, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, as it is known today. ASALH identifies itself as the founders of Black History Month. Fletcher Bowen was the first mayor in the city of Los Angeles to officially recognize Negro History Week. In this slide, appointed her as the founding executive director of the Los Angeles Civil Rights Department, where she remains today. Commissioner Mike Davis served this board for over 10 years, from 2013 to 2024. He is and represented the 48th district from 2006 to 2012. He is currently still the president of the New Frontiers Democratic Club. Now let's take a look at some of the Black leaders of our bureaus who opened the doors for others in civil service in the Department of Public Works. C. Bernard Gilpin was the city's first Black inspector of Public Works and director of the Bureau of Contract Administration. Mr. Gilpin worked in the Department of Public Works for the District of Columbia before joining the City of Los Angeles, and served as inspector from 1986 to 2000. William Earl Bill White was the first Black director of the Bureau of Street Services from 2001 to 2002. He joined the City of Los Angeles in 1971 as an animal control officer. In 1974, the Bureau of Street Services hired Mr. White as a street service investigator, worked his way up the career ladder, becoming assistant director of the Bureau in 1993 and director in 2001. Writing about the reopening of the traffic median in Van Nuys in 1999, the LA Times captured something of Bill White's personality and character. Bureau Director Greg Scott recalled that when an engineer said that it would take 3 months to design a curb, Mr. Bill White came out with a tape measure and a ball of string and said, "Let me show you how to design a curb." Our first Black director and general manager of the Bureau of Sanitation, now known as LA San, was Rita Robinson Kane, who led the Bureau from 2004 to 2007. Ms. Robinson Kane had a long and distinguished career in city service that also included stints as general manager of housing in the LADOT. Today, the Bureau of Contract Administration is led by Inspector of Public Works and Bureau Director John Reamer, who was appointed in 2004. 2019, Mayor Garcetti appointed him, Mr. Reamer, as an interim general manager of economic workforce development, where he spearheaded the creation of the citywide economic strategy, laying the groundwork for the city's Small Business Commission. It was also at that time we developed the Business Inclusion Program. He worked closely with the Workforce Development Board to enhance opportunities for transitional and youth workers, advancing the city's economic and workforce development initiatives. His efforts to coordinate with business and work service centers complemented his commitment to a regionalized, citywide approach to economic growth. The Bureau of Street Services is now led by the Director and General Manager, Keith Mose, who has served in this position since 2001. Mr. Mose, a U.S. Army veteran, joined the City of Los Angeles in 1989 as a light truck driver for the Bureau, working his way up. He also serves as a longtime adjunct instructor at Los Angeles Trade Tech, striving to focus on educational training and promotional opportunities for current and future Bureau staff. I want to thank this audience for coming out to honor Black History Month and our nominees and the contribution of Black Americans to the City of Los Angeles in the United States. Now, in keeping with the spirit of celebrating excellence, we are pleased to recognize several outstanding African-American employees of the Department of Public Works. We're going to start with the Board of Public Works, Sarah Representative, and our honoree Rio Broussard Williams. Who's presenting?
Good morning, President, Vice President, Commissioners, City Attorney, Executive Officers. Today I'm very proud. We are very proud of Rio, and you will well deserve for this award. You have been with the city for over 37 years, and as a payroll supervisor, she's very professional, very knowledgeable, and very passionate with her job. We always say it when we have problems. She always say, "Don't worry, I will fix it." And she always makes sure everybody will get paid timely and accurately. And I'm very honored to be with her today with your award. And you have any word to share with us?
Okay, she said all those years. First, giving honor to God. And then I want to give honor to all the commissioners. And I want to give honor to the people I work with. My family, I didn't invite my family, but I have another family. And that's the employees that I work with on the job. I've been, can the ones that came to support me, some changed their RDO. So can you all stand, please? The one that came with me. All of you stand. Thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you. I'm a silver servant, and I've been a servant most of my life. I worked mostly all of my life, and I have no complaints. And Commissioner Faith Mitchell, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I've made work friends, and it's been a blessing. Every day hasn't been sunshine, but every day hasn't been the worst day either. I do want to, I'm going to sing something, and that'll be the sentiments of my heart. Is that okay? I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days and sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain, 'cause God has been good to me. He's been good to me, more than this old world or anyone could ever be. But y'all been good to me too. God has been good to me. That's it. That's the sentiments of my heart. Hallelujah. Thank you. You gonna tell us what?
Facts should not get in the way. So let me first recount the details of my favorite public works employee. Come up there. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, well, but let me make my marks first. So, but before I do, I just think it's important why this day is important to me and to all of us. And while I'd like to take credit for this quote, it's really a quote coming from someone who mentored me through my career in the labor movement, and that's Reverend Lawson, who said that African American History Month is an important vehicle for all Americans to get rid of the ideologies that diminish human life and those structures that cause injustice. And I think what we're seeing today are those who've striven and in fact give us a model and hope that the arc of justice will in fact land back where it should be within this city. My favorite employee began her career in 1981 with the Department of Water and Power, who hired her as a meter reader, which is apparently the Beatles actually named a song after her. She held the position with the federal and county government agencies before returning to the city in 1988 as a clerk typist with the Los Angeles Police Department in forensic toxicology. She joined the Office of Accounting as an accounting clerk in 1989, promoting to her current position as payroll supervisor in 2000. During her time with the city, Rio has helped increase efficiency, reduce costs, and generate revenue. She's collaborated with other city departments to address inquiries about payroll and related matters as ensured adherence to federal, state, and local regulations and policies. She's had the privilege of working with 7 board presidents, and she is, I think, for many of us, that strength that every time she walks through the hallways, sticks her head in the office, and it's like, we know that the city's running on time, it's running well, and we'll get whatever gossip we have to at the same time, as long as we feed her. Thank you for everything.
Presented to us. So it came from your office. Yeah. Here I go. Thank you, because I know you were put in a situation. I appreciated her coming to work and giving me this. And I thought about something when you all were talking. When other people came up, the retirees, I said, dog, I've been working here all these years and they're getting to retire. And I said, oh, shoot, I hope they don't say the years. But anyway, I thought about something else. In a time like this in our nation, it's a blessing when the city still recognizes Afro-Americans. And we have a policy of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's something that a lot of places, okay, I'm gonna quit. But anyway, listen, we are blessed and we work hard. Our office work hard. We've had to work, and it's been a challenge. And yes, I like to eat. I like coffee too. So I'm letting all of you up there know now. When I come by, you can offer me a little coffee or something. And I will quit. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. And then we'll move to our next honoree, and then we'll take pictures together at the end. So next we have our Bureau of Contract Administration, BCA.
Sandy?
Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the roaring sea. Join along. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. President, Vice President, Commissioners, Executives, Department family. I love that song. I love that song because, as it's already been said, and Rio, my gosh, that voice, whew, man. It's all about every voice, not just one voice, every voice. And what makes this month special, what makes this country special, is that it reminds us that it takes all of us.
Recording in progress.
Americans would not have happened without the assistance of others. And that's the same today. So as we opened up, and I thank you, Commissioner Mitchell, remembering Reverend Jesse Jackson, the words that came to mind for me was, not I am, because that was his mantra, but we are somebody. We are somebody. We are. And to all of the honorees today, you are special. You really are. So I applaud each and every one of you. But for our honoree, Andy Brackett, Andy, you are somebody. And it's important for us to bring you here today just to let this board and this department know the type of person that you are. Andy started with the city some 20 years ago and came to the Bureau of Contract Administration after working in many departments as an assistant construction inspector. Why is that important? Not because that's how I started with the Bureau, but because it speaks to, after being in the city for 19 years, he's choosing to go into a profession and start at the beginning. It speaks to his humility. And that humility has more than demonstrated itself in the work that he has performed. He was one of the key team members of the Bureau's response and the department's response to the unfortunate incident in the Palisades fires. And his working with our recovery team and his working with our wet weather erosion control response team, his working on several projects, and the commitment and the dedication that he has shown definitely speaks to what the Bureau is all about, but what this department and what the city is all about, and what this month is all about lifting every voice and speaking together and accomplishing a task. He is a servant. The term civil servant, it fits Andy well as he ministers to those in our community, assisting wherever he can. So I'm going to have his supervisor say a few words, but I just had to say, Andy, thank you for all that you do and for being a member of the Bureau of Contract Administration. Fazila Pereira.
Good morning, President King and board commissioners. My name is Fazila Malik Pereira. I'm proud to recognize Mr. Andy Brackett today in honor of African American History Month. Andy has been an exceptional member of our inspection team at the West LA District by reflecting the hard work, dedication, and positive attitude that he brings to our team each and every single day. Andy consistently demonstrates professionalism, teamwork, and a strong commitment to providing quality and compliant work. He has assisted in various cash contract projects, fire debris removal efforts in the Pacific Palisades area, and other miscellaneous projects in our district, while keeping safety in mind and addressing the complaints and concerns of the general public. Andy, you are very truly appreciated by myself and everyone at the West LA District, and a huge thank you goes out to you for everything that you do. You are truly valued, and congratulations on this recognition.
On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, the Board of Public Works is pleased to recognize your efforts and accomplishments, which have been of great benefit to the entire Department of Public Works. We thank you for your contributions and service and wish you continued success in your future endeavors. Happy African American History Month, signed by every single one of these fine people here, the commissioners. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank Mayor Bass, thank the Board of Public Works, Dr. Martin Luther King, and all of my ancestors who fought for civil rights and made this moment possible. I'd also like to thank the person who truly inspires me in my professional career. Man that started with the Bureau of Contract Administration as an assistant inspector and is now the Director of Public Works. That would be the Honorable Mr. John Reamer, our Director. I would also like to thank the Bureau of Contract Administration Assistant Directors Angela Martinez, and Raul Mendoza. I would like to thank Peter Roof and also Peter Roof for their leadership, support, and encouragement. I'd like to thank my principal supervisor, Fazila Pereira, for recognizing, acknowledging, and nominating me for this award. I'd like to thank the BCA Training Department for the construction inspection training that they provided. I'm thankful for Senior Inspector Al Donnelly and Senior Inspector David Chanu and the entire Metro West family for the continuous mentoring, training, and support. And I'd also like to thank I'm sorry, I would really like to thank my family for coming out, and my girlfriend, Patrice. She's didn't make it in, but I'd like to thank them for the continuous support, inspiration, encouragement, and love that they provide for me every day. And just a little bit about me, myself. I've proudly worked and represented the city of Los Angeles with pride and integrity for the last 20 years, where I've served in various roles. I'm very passionate about working with the community, being able to provide assistance to members of the community. It is a great feeling when inspecting a job in the field and members of the African American community of all ages acknowledge me as an African American inspector. Some members of the public verbally express, some walk up and shake my hand, some give me, some blow their horns, and others ask, and I provide them information on how to become a City of Los Angeles employee. As I am inspired by the others that I have mentioned, I also work to encourage and inspire others with words and actions, with my words and actions. My granddaughters are my greatest motivation. And unfortunately, they couldn't be here to attend this ceremony through school. Their names are Kylie and Corey. They motivate me to continue to strive and work hard. I am extremely grateful for this opportunity that has been given to me, and even to be recognized for this award is an absolute blessing. Again, thank every one of you that's provided me with the tools to be successful in my career thus far, in my personal life as well. So I thank you all very much. It's a huge honor for myself and my family, and I'm very grateful and thankful.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll move on to our next nominee from Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning. Good morning, Commissioner and City Attorney representatives and friends and family. It's great to be here. My name is Edward Arrington. I am a Principal Civil Engineer in the Bureau of Engineering. And on behalf of our interim City Engineer, Alfred Mata, it's a great pleasure that we get an opportunity to present our honoree for the Bureau, which is Benet Gardner, who's standing right here. I've worked with Benet for some time now, and it's been a fantastic opportunity for me to get to see an individual just blossom and grow in her dedication and work experience and commitment to the work that we do in the Bureau of Engineering. She continues to apply herself, continues to be faithful to her work, and continues to develop the folks that are working underneath her. And so it's a great pleasure for us to be here and present her as the honoree on this special occasion of African American Heritage Month. So with that, I would like to present her immediate supervisor to give y'all a little bit about her bio and some of the various accomplishments that she has done. So with that, Mary.
Good morning. My name is Mary Thomas. I'm Senior Civil Engineer at the Wastewater Conveyance Engineering Division. Today, as we honor Ms. Benet Gardner for the 2026 African American History Month Outstanding Employee for the Bureau of Engineering, I would also like to congratulate all other winners of recognition from other bureaus as well. It's my pleasure to share Bene's official bio right now. After graduating from California State University of Northridge in 2006, Ms. Gardner started her career with the City of Los Angeles Bureau of Engineering, managing bridge improvement projects. Subsequent to this, she worked as a designer at the Street Improvement Division on street widening projects. Later, she spent over 10 years as a construction manager at the Wastewater Conveyance Construction Division, overseeing conveyance projects. Currently, she is a lead designer and a project manager at the Wastewater Conveyance Engineering Division, WCED, managing several design projects valued at approximately $125 million. Throughout her career, Ms. Gardner has played a critical role in the successful delivery of several multi-million dollar sewer rehab projects, contributing across both the design and construction phases. Her deep understanding of infrastructure systems, construction methodologies, attention to detail, and the ability to navigate complex engineering challenges have consistently resulted in high quality, cost-effective outcomes for the city. Ms. Gardner is currently entrusted with, along with her other projects, managing the design of a highly sensitive $40 million Venice Auxiliary Pumping Plant project, a responsibility that reflects WCED's confidence in her strength as a project manager, her ability to coordinate between various city and state agencies, as well as neighborhood councils, and her technical leadership. Her ability to handle projects of this magnitude while maintaining professionalism and accountability demonstrates her exceptional commitment to public service. On a personal note, I have known Bene for nearly 20 years, having worked with her when she was a construction manager for my design projects. I've always known her to be kind, generous, and approachable. Now that she is a project manager on the design side, she brings a wealth of experience both from construction and the Design Standards Division, where she worked briefly, a division responsible for approving products for use by City of LA that greatly benefits our design plans. I can confidently say Bene is respected for being a trusted manager, colleague, and a mentor. She fosters an inclusive and supportive environment where her colleagues feel valued and empowered to succeed. Bene leads by example with collaboration and a strong work ethic and inspires those who work with her. Bene, you embody the spirit of African American History Month by honoring excellence, leadership, and positive impact. Your dedication strengthens the Bureau and serves as a model of what it means to be an outstanding employee. With that, I turn it over to you, Bene. Congratulations.
This is very sentimental. Excuse me if I get choked up here. Good morning. I am incredibly honored and grateful to receive this significant recognition. The first major one that I've received in my 19 years here with the Bureau of Engineering. It is especially meaningful to be recognized during Black History Month, a time when we honor vital contributions of African Americans who have helped build this great nation. I want to express my gratitude to our interim city engineer, Alfred Mata, my principal engineer, division manager, Edward Arrington, as well as my immediate supervisor, senior engineer, Mary Thomas, for nominating me for this recognition. I would like to also express my gratitude to my colleagues from throughout my engineering career. Their partnership was essential in delivering these successful projects, as I could have never done this alone. I am incredibly thankful to God for the love, support, and patience and understanding of my village. If you all could please stand. I would like to especially recognize my parents, my husband, my kids, my sister, my brother in love, my niece and nephew, who are all here with me today. The Bureau of Engineering is an excellent and a deeply rewarding workplace. I'm proud to work here, especially because the Bureau actively provides women and minorities with opportunities to grow and develop into incredibly talented engineers. I am truly honored to receive this recognition and sincerely appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
So let me read the certificate. Certificate recognition. The Board of Public Works honors Benny Gardner, Civil Engineer, Bureau of Engineering. On behalf of the City of Los Angeles, the Board of Public Works is pleased to recognize your efforts and accomplishments, which have been of great benefit to the entire Department of Public Works. We thank you for your contributions and service and wish you continued success in your future endeavors. Happy African American History Month. Congratulations.
And while you're taking photos, on behalf of the board, we'll have Commissioner Cardenas provide brief remarks. Just congratulatory remarks.
The bio was already said, but as a fellow engineer, I want to say congratulations to this recognition that's well-deserved in your almost 20 years with the Bureau of Engineering. Your career sounds like it's on an upward trajectory, and I look forward to seeing, where you go from this point forward. And congratulations on your recognition.
Thank you very much. Next, we have our Bureau of Sanitation, Don Jackson.
Good morning. My name is Hee-Sang Kim, representing Bureau of Sanitation. I'm the Hyperion Treatment Plant Manager. President Kang, Vice President, and other commissioners, I'm really proud to introduce, I lost it, Mr. Don Jackson, as the Sanitation's nominee for the African American History Month recognition. Working at Hyperion, there are a lot of excitements and challenges and 24/7 operation. And I always feel the strong need to have people who can make positive changes and who can make the difference. And then let me introduce Don. He is one of many that we have at Hyperion. Mr. Jackson began his career with the City of Los Angeles in 1917. 9 years ago, not as much as 45 years or 36 years. But within those 9 years, he demonstrated extreme dedication and commitment and skills and leadership skills. He started as a pipe fitter, working at all those years at Hyperion in 2017. And in 2022, Mr. Jackson was promoted to a senior plumber, leading a crew responsible for maintaining critical processes throughout Hyperion. Mr. Jackson is a dedicated professional who leads by example. He is widely recognized by the whole plant staff, not only in maintenance, but also in operation, as a reliable leader capable of executing important and critical tasks in a safe and timely manner. Timing is very important at Hyperion. Beyond his duty at Hyperion, Mr. Jackson has been a key volunteer at Hyperion, helping out to coordinate a yearly drive that has donated hundreds of bicycles over the years to the Los Angeles Fire Department's Spark of Love Toy Drive. Additionally, as the union steward for UA Local 250, he actively participates in outreach programs and job fairs at local high schools and colleges to promote careers in building trades working for the city public works. Mr. Jackson also volunteered as the head coach for his children's soccer teams, and he's a sports person, I just found out. He was a football player at Washington State Cougars, and one time he was selected as the Pac-10 defensive player. So he could be in NFL, a very different place from sanitation, but he's here with us. And thank you, Don. And I've known Don ever since Don studied at the Hyperion, but I've seen his work. But I like to share a latest story. Not too long ago, Christmas Eve, December 24th, we had heavy rain. Heavy rain brings a lot of screenings and debris to Hyperion, and it was one of the quite high flow within top 5 or top 10 in last 30 years in terms of the peak flow coming to Hyperion. And we expected we will be inundated with screenings or debris. It happened. And then I saw a guy shouting, like leading football team. Come on, guys, let's work. That was done. Pulling debris from the bar screens. Messy. Not many people want to do it, but he was showing. I immediately, took pictures. I need a guy like him. About a month later, I see this, nominees, submit the names for African American, History Month. I didn't hesitate. I sent my nominee that same night. I didn't want to delay. That night, 8 p.m., that's him. So I've seen his work. And Don, thank you. And please share your thoughts about your career at Hyperion.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Thank all of you guys, city attorneys, commissioners. Thank everybody, family members, city workers. This whole Black History Month, African American recognition is much needed. Me, especially being one who has traveled, it's always to give back, and I'm happy that I became a part of the city where they do recognize certain things. Me being from where I come from, so thank Haisang, thank you, Todd, John, thank you guys, and that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll just add a few words to this. Good morning, President Kang, Vice President Chavez, and commissioners. Yes, his Hisong's story about December 24th illustrates a very good point on Don. Don is I've known Don his entire time at Hyperion, 9 years. And that's the type of person, type of worker that he is. He's a natural born leader. Being on a football team, he has that team strategy. There's no job that Don is not going to do. It's not very easy being a pipe fitter at Hyperion, not at all. You're under brutal environmental conditions. You're dealing with heavy pipe, a lot of high pressure situations, a lot of long hours. So, it gives us a great honor here at Hyperion to even come here today again because, as you remember, we were here a couple months ago to celebrate Hyperion's 100-year anniversary. So again, it gives us great pleasure. And Don, very much congratulations.
Thank you very much. As you are taking photos, Commissioner Cardenas, would you like to do the honors of providing brief remarks? My apologies, Vice President Chavez.
Okay. We're all chomping at the bit here to honor our incredible honorees. I think what is especially important to acknowledge is that you know, it's not just this month, but it's every month that we recommit ourselves to a workplace where every employee, regardless of background, has the opportunity to grow, lead, and thrive. And it's not just a value for us, it's a responsibility. And I think it's with that spirit that it's a pleasure to hear and to recognize someone who represents the very best of what public service looks like in Mr. Don Jackson. I love that Sir Hassan was making. I think what stood out to me about Don is not just what he does day in and day out, but how he does it with reliability, with that professionalism, with the quiet, steady leadership that his colleagues can count on day in and day out. So Don, you strike me as the person that doesn't seek recognition, but today we're giving it to you anyway, because because you have more than earned it, and you're exactly the kind of person that this department and this city is built on. And we're so proud to honor you today. And thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Our next honoree is from the Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to recognize and celebrate members of our team who deserve a little extra something. African American professionals who build, secure, and improve our communities are honored. And Ansar Mustafa is a leader in the Bureau of Street Lighting and very worthy of this recognition. Ansar grew up in LA. He went to school in LA and now serves this department in the city and Angelino through and through. He grew up with an interest in engineering and architecture, which was fostered by his parents, leading him to earn an engineering degree from Cal State LA. In 2001, he joined the city with the Bureau of Engineering as an engineering associate. And I can't take credit from hiring him into the city, but I'm super glad he made his way over to the Bureau of Street Lighting, where he's remained since 2018, I think. Ansar recently promoted to lead one of our busiest divisions. He manages everything related to the community, council offices, copper wire and power theft, and our new solar program. That's a really big task. Those are some of our 4 biggest things that we handle. I don't envy him. He's bombarded with work and requests all day, and he stays calm, cool, and collected like nobody's business. No matter how busy we get or how many assignments I throw his way, I always hear Ansar saying, "I'm on it. I got you." I hear it from him all day long, all the time. "I got you." And he does. He's all the time on top of things. He's dependable, conscientious, and an employee that goes over and beyond. He's really an example for the division, for his division, and for the rest of the Bureau. So Ansar, congratulations. Keep it going. We appreciate you and thank you for all your hard work and for your service to the Bureau and to the City of Los Angeles.
I just wanted to add another thing because I don't think Megan can underscore enough what a tremendous asset and value add Ansar is. You can imagine with all the things that we're dealing with around copper wire theft and lighting outages, you know, that's something that Megan and I deal with all the time. Guess who has to live and breathe that? It's this man. And so the amount of stress, the amount of responsibility that's actually on his shoulders for the things that do. You know, we have many great division managers, but he stands first amongst equal, not because of seniority. He's one of our newer ones, not because of inherent power, right? Or, you know, the things that we've given him in terms of staff, but purely from the amount of responsibility and knowledge that he's had to take and run with the past now 6-8 months, right? So a year, yeah, there you go. But nonetheless, Ansar, especially when you hear him speak, in comparison to the meetings that he's in, which are always charged and emotional, he has this very cool and calm and collected voice, which you know, has helped, I think, diffuse many situations. So we're very proud. This was very much like sanitation right for us, and very much like our sister bureaus, and likely for the board. This one was an immediate choice for us, and it was a total no-brainer. So we'd like to make sure that you had a moment to yourself to hear.
Good morning. I'd like to first thank Megan Hackney, my direct supervisor, Miguel Sangalang, our director, for acknowledgement. President Kane, Commissioner Cardenas, Vice President Chavez, Commissioner Grant, and Commissioner Faith Mitchell, who I love so much. Thank you guys for honoring me. I am definitely a son of Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles dearly. I wear LA across my heart. Anyone from Los Angeles knows what it means when you say you rep the city. I definitely rep the city of Los Angeles. Real quick, when I came out of college, I was told by my principal, he said, you know, a city job is a really good job. And being young and ignorant and naive, I thought I was better than the city for some reason. I don't want to take that job. A month after graduating, I was offered a position and I accepted it. Greatest decision of my life. Being from LA, it gave me an opportunity to give back to the people that gave so much to me. You understand? I thought that I was better than the city, but I was not worthy of the city, honestly. It's in the world, city of Los Angeles, with so much diversity, so many different things going on, and so much to learn, that over my past 20 years, I've realized that sitting here for the city of Los Angeles, working for the Department of Public Works, has been the greatest accomplishment. I want to thank a few people real quick. Like my mom always tells me, it's not about you, it's about everybody else. So let me thank the folks that need to hear real quick. I want to first thank the Bureau of Street Lighting, all the hard workers we have, FOD in the office. They go above and beyond every day. Their work goes unnoticed, but I want to thank them personally for all they do. I want to thank my previous Bureau of Engineering. I worked directly with Benet. I worked with Mary Thomas, who used to be my old supervisor. Thank you guys for that. I want to thank my mother, Hanika Kareem, who always instilled in me that don't be normal, don't be average, don't be the person that doesn't show up. Just don't be that person. There's a lot of yeses afterwards, but a lot of don't. So thank you. My father, Safe, has passed on, but I carry with me every day. He always taught the folks around us, just have integrity in everything you do. Be people of integrity. So thank my father. My mother, my wife, Star. She is one of the greatest people I've ever met. She is dedicated, passionate. She is such a honest person, and she's a patient person. She's been educated for many years and working with kids in the city of Los Angeles. You got to be patient. So thank her. My 2 daughters in the industry and love you to death. Thank you guys. I want to thank my sisters, Mecca, Husseina, Khalul, my younger brother, Yazid. Also want to thank the Hazard family who helped raise me, Walt Hazard and Jalise Hazard. And last but not least, I want to thank my community that helped raise me in regards to when you have a community, you heard the saying, the village race. So my village put a lot of pressure on me. It was the type of pressure you want, so you don't go the wrong way. So I thank my community for that. And also to all the nominees today. Thank you guys all. You guys appreciate it. And thank you guys all. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. And then Commissioner Cardenas.
Well, and sorry, congratulations on this recognition, well deserved. Didn't know your whole background. I thought you were street lighting your whole career. I didn't know you were in BOE. So congratulations on that. Just hearing your story, it resonates with me. We had the same type of parents, we had the same type of community raising us and showing us what the right way to do things was. And I appreciate you bringing that out and expressing that with everybody here, because it's something that for me resonates, and I see that in you. So congratulations on this recognition, well deserved, and continue with your great career.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And our final honoree is from the Bureau of Street Services, Langston Phillips.
Good morning. I'm Keith Mosaic, General Manager for Bureau of Street Services. President Kong, Commissioners, Faith, thank you for having and setting this up for African American History Month. Really appreciate that. Today I'm here to recognize Langston Phillips, and I'm here with my Executive Officer, Shirley Lau, and some of his colleagues. And Shirley will talk about some of Langston's work. First, I want to honor, acknowledge Langston's parents, Mr. and Ms. Phillips. I want to honor you because basically your son represents you well, as I can see you raise an outstanding young man, and his future is bright in this organization. So thank you for allowing us to work here at Street Services. Langston started his career in lot cleaning in 2008 and has worked his way up through the ranks to superintendent. And also Langston is a lifelong resident of South LA. And I can say I'm a lifelong resident of South LA. And I started off in the field just like Langston did. And basically Langston is doing the same things I did as far as in promoting his way up through the ranks. And like I said, when I say you have a bright future, you really do. He comes to work every day. He shows up early and leaves late. And when given an assignment, he never says no. He says, I'll take care of it. I got you. I'll take care of this. That's Langston's motto. And he really embodies the adage of working twice as hard as everyone around him. You really do. And I appreciate that. Now, I have to mention something. I have to go here. But I wear a suit every day, and I think I look sharp some days. But Langston has me beat every day in just his style. And it basically elevates his professionalism. So, we're out there picking up mud, fixing potholes, reconstructing streets, and Langston is sharp as heck. That's all I can say. So that goes a long way as far as how he takes care of himself, his manners and things like that, and basically your confidence in yourself. So I'll say thank you for that. I'll say this, Langston, I appreciate your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment. It really goes a long way. Your professional attitude, and it makes my job a lot easier. And I don't call him as much as my executive officer, but he's doing things out in the Palisades, which Shirley will talk about, that really makes my life a lot easier as far as in taking care of the residents out there and the work that's being done. Shirley.
Good morning, Langston. I want to first express to the board how crucial Langston has been for all the work that we do out there at the Palisades. Street Services were in charge of keeping the right-of-way safe. Langston, this past year, since January of 2025, he has been my go-to person. His leadership out there exemplifies what it is to be a civil servant in the city of Los Angeles. He works with the constituents. We have a contractor out there. Langston oversees all of the wet weather protection we've had, the K-rails you see out there protecting the slopes, all the sandbags being delivered out there, and also any debris after our storms. The work is continuous. I talk to Langston sometimes 5 in the morning because look, we talk. We talk at 9 o'clock at night. And while I was at the EOC last year, Langston was my go-to person. I think Langston's character, everyone knows he's a go-to person. It's exemplified. I think back there he has LAPD friends here to support him, also from the city attorney's office and his entire family and our bureau colleagues. So Langston, I just want to thank you. It's been an honor to work with you this past year, and we look forward to your leadership and continuing at the Bureau of Street Services. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Just to add some context to Mr. Langston's career, I met Langston in 2008. I was a supervisor in lot cleaning. He was a truck operator, as mentioned. But the hard work and dedication that Langston have provided to the city of LA for many years is unmatched. He is an awesome person. He's an awesome family member and provider for his family. I just wanted to say that. That's all. Thank you.
First of all, I want to say thank you to the board of commissioners. I know I saw you guys last night. Get to see you guys again today. Thank you for having this for us, and thank you for being here. And I want to say thank you to my director, Keith Mose, for instilling confidence in me to be where I'm at today. Because if it wasn't for him, Shirley, Sherrod, Scotty over there in the corner, who's my boss, have instilled things into me to make me be who I am. Because I would not be able to deliver if they didn't believe in me or entrust things in me for me to do, right? The second thing, before I get started, Dad, can you stand up? My father. My father is 83 years old. When I first told him about coming down here, the first thing he told me was, son, that's a little early. I don't know if I could get up to come make it. I appreciate you being here. My dad is from Louisiana. He comes from a family of 16. My father, my dad is the reason why I'm here right now. My mother is next to him. They've been married over 53 years, okay? But the reason why I'm here right now is because I was lost at one point in my life. My dad retired from RTD, that's bus driver. He said, son, I'm gonna come take you and I'm gonna help you get your commercial license. He would get off of work. He would go to Penske Truck Rental in Carson. He would rent a truck. We would go to the freeway overpass on Rosecrans and Figueroa. He would set up a whole DMV pattern and he worked with me every weekend so that he could help me get my commercial license. So he started my path to where I'm at now. And, you know, they say I have mama boys, but I'm a daddy boy. You know, my mother can never call me, tell me nothing bad about my father. I don't want to hear it. She already knows, right? My brother, my baby brother, this is a happy time right now because 2013, 2003, my other brother was murdered. He cannot be here today. So this is positive for me right now because his son just got married on 2/24 a couple of days ago. So that's a celebration to look forward to now, right? But I want to say that my father instilled great work ethic in me. He went to work every day. He raised 4 kids. He played with me. He took me outside. He did stuff with me. And as a child, I didn't recognize that some of my other friends did not have that. I always thought that when I went over to their house, their father was at work or something until I became an adult. And my friends used to always want to come over to the house and they want to talk to my dad. I'm like, man, I hear this every day. I don't want to hear all this. But they looked up to my father. They got stuff that they didn't have. So Dad, I love you and I thank you. And thank you for being here. All right. So I just want to say that I love public service. I love what I do. And that's the reason why I'm out here every day in my community. I want people to see me, to see that they can be like me too. I get that all the time. My friend Steven right here behind you, this is one of my best buddies. I always tell him what to do. He said, you're a superintendent at work, you're not a superintendent at home. Stop telling me what to do. That's what he tells you all the time. Right? Helen in the back in the white shirt, that's my family from Jack's Family Kitchen. If you ever ate there, you need to go there. Those are my Jack's Family Kitchen people who I go every morning. I probably owe you a lot of money because I'm in there. Give me a cup of coffee before I go to work. They always give me some coffee. They always call me. I help them out with everything going on. I appreciate you guys being here. Tawana Mitchell, one of my good friends from childhood. We raised our kids together. I appreciate you for being here for me. April, who's a manager at MTA, supported me. I thank you. Me in the back, thank you. I appreciate you too, what you do. And my cousin, Freya. She drove all the way down from, you live way past Palm Springs. You live far. You live far. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been here and all my fellow honorees. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I thank my leadership because I could not do it because we have great leadership. And it reflects on the workers below. I tell people it starts from the top and it trickles downhill. So just like they encourage me, they help me to promote, I always talk to my fellow employees to try to help them to get to where I'm here. I don't have a song to sing or nothing like that, but I have a quote from Drake. I started from the bottom and now I'm here.
So we're taking photos on behalf of the board. Mr. Phillips, thank you so much for your service. I think you have one of the best people working for you here at the Bureau. So thank you once again. And thank you to all of our nominees and our directors for being here personally and the families and colleagues. So at this time, why don't we, because we have a large contingent, we'll move to the forecourt. And then we'll take a group photo and we'll do a brief recess and we'll quickly come back and wrap up the meeting. And I do want to recognize, thank you, Commissioner Mitchell, for leading. So why don't you close us out?
Thank you, family.
Recording stopped.
It's important every day,
Recording in progress.
especially in this date and time, that we recognize Black history because it's American history. And every month or every other month, we have these heritage months. But all of that, when we have these observations, is reflective of who we are as Americans, and all those stories are part of the history of this country, despite some efforts to basically, and I don't use this term lightly, to whitewash and or erase the contributions of all of us. So, you know, last year we were blown away with the song of Director Reamer, and this year John Grant says, what's Reamer gonna do this year? It's like we didn't know Rio would start us out. So it's always a pleasure to plan this and work with everyone. And it's great to have this opportunity to recognize the contributions of our civil servants that are out there on the, basically, as I call it, the first responders. And I'm trying to convince the rest of the city that public works is public safety. So thank you for today, and we'll go to the forecourt and take this wonderful picture. Honorees, please bring your certificates. We're going to put you out in front so we can get those pictures. So we're going to take all those families. I also want to thank the families for coming here today. They had some very inspiring words spoken today, and I appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you. The time
Recording
now is
stopped.
11:49.
I came back from my bed to my desk since they're on break. But after this break, we'll get to speak, so that's good. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, thanks, Scooter. Let's play something fun on my media assets. It's slow to open. Oh, here's a good one. Come on. Why aren't you playing? My computer's being really slow. Try this again.
So anybody who thinks they're going to mess with antics,
I don't even know if it's showing. Let me look on my phone. Doesn't appear to be showing.
so anybody who thinks they're going to mess with antics, I suggest you think again. Or should I say Georgina?
Are you feeling sad, lonely, and starved for love? Are you tired of looking for love on dating apps? Is your cult of millions still not a large enough dating pool for you to find a wife replacement for the one that you locked up in exile, never to be heard from again? Well, look no further. We here at Scientology Up North can help. At Scientology Up North, we believe that there is an alien Phaeton match for everyone. Even the worst cult leaders on TGAC can find love in Copenhagen. Our certified love specialist, Miriam de Fantastiques, has had 100% success rate. Follow her in Copenhagen today at Scientology Up North.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. I thought you forgot. I'm going to reiterate everything that Lara and what Audit LA said, who's sitting there in person. Very concerned that Scientology, the child trafficking cult of Scientology, is given a lot of leeway in their permits, and that they're getting away with things that normal people wouldn't be. Specifically, even people that are requesting the MLK parade go on. It's very unfair that they have such influence on you, that you've been taken advantage of by them, you've been lied to, you've been totally influence peddled by them, that you allow them to do these things and not really go to the protesters to ask them questions, the police when they're called, when they're not allowing the permits to be followed properly. The police will always go to the Scientology people and allow things to be lied on them too. They do not verify information, they don't know the process, and it's not right. It's not right that you are not totally holding them to account to following permits. In addition, their events are not safe. They want to have a permit for Halloween, which is not safe next month. They had this dangerous maze, dark maze that is not safe for children. Men going in there with the little kids. It's just not right, and there's no safety issues that are being addressed, no ambulance services and first aid for children when they're at these events. I don't care that there's a hospital down the street. You need to have someone go there and inspect them and make sure everybody is safe and the community is not put at risk for their permitted events that should be totally revoked. Thank you. Goodbye.
Great job.
Secretary Massalar.
Commissioner Mitchell and Commissioner Cardenas, and we have a quorum.
Thank you very much and welcome back, everybody. At this time, we're going to take general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. We do have one in-person speaker. I'm not sure Stefano Padilla is still here. All right. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, President King, Commissioners. Stefano Padilla on behalf of South Coast AQMD. Here today to extend an invitation to our upcoming 2026 Technology Showcase. It's going to be coming up next week on March 6th between the hours of 10:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. The in-person event is going to feature the latest in zero emissions vehicles, municipal equipment, as well as mobile monitoring laboratories that are currently being deployed here in our city to reduce emissions and protect public health. It's a great opportunity for boards, public works staff to see these technologies in person, speak with industry experts, and to learn more about available funding opportunities for these technologies. It's free, no registration is required, so I hope to see some public works representation next week. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in person for that invitation. And then also, if you don't mind sending that over to our office as well. I'm not sure if that was, and Devin can share information to you directly as well. Thank you very much. Any virtual commenters?
Yes, sir. Our first caller is Audit LA. Good morning, Audit LA. You'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. That was a beautiful presentation. But since I only have a short brief time, I want to talk about the film permits. I know now that you guys are signing off on them because, and I understand you can't, you're not going to say, well, every time Scientology comes up with their permit, we're going to just deny it. But I hope you will, though, look into and take the allegations seriously that they do not use, they do not abide by the rules. They use their unpaid labor to do this stuff. And one of the ones that were signed off on, Laura FM, I'm sure she can give more of an explanation of what she went through when she came across that film site, that these people were suffering. They were spending like maybe 4 hours in one spot in a public street. They could not move, did not get bathroom breaks, no food, water breaks, nothing. That's not how we want people treated. That's not what the Film LA permit is about. And if they're not being paid fair, scale wages, that's unfair. This is $1 billion corporation. Thank you.
Our next caller for general public comment is Georgina. Georgina, good morning. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm losing my voice. So I saw that last film filming that Audit was just talking about. Those people were told to freeze in place. They were made to freeze in place for 4 hours. 4 hours holding the same position is torture. So she's right about that. They weren't allowed to take bathroom breaks. They didn't get a snack break. And I'm really disturbed and upset that Keith Mose left because I want to know how he's complicit with Scientology. He's in bed with Scientology. Keith Mose, if you're listening, you need to reconsider your complicity with child labor, slave labor. You are complicit with their crimes. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Thank you. Our next caller is Jennifer Spencer. Jennifer, you have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, good afternoon, board members. Today I'm calling about the Church of Scientology and how they use indentured servants and human trafficked slaves to do road work on roads that are not private but are public and the responsibility of the city of Los Angeles. This opens up the possibility of liability on your part if someone should have an accident because the work was improperly done by Scientology. Because it is a public street, they will go after you. The unauthorized parking signs need to be taken down so that the public will not be afraid to park there anymore. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you. Our next caller is Laura. Laura, good morning. Good afternoon. You have 1 minute for general.
Good morning and good afternoon, board. I've been waiting and listening to y'all. I just want to say happy Black American Heritage Month. I know it's almost the end, but I want to really make it known that what's happening in the C organization, the slave organization of Scientology, that my father is in, that he has no rights mentally. He cannot think for himself. He is the reason that the street closure at the Shrine Auditorium happened, because when I saw him 3 years ago, yes, I screamed my heart out because I was lied to and told I wasn't allowed to be on the public sidewalk. So this is a huge issue for us. And they are their slave. They're literally being indentured servants, indentured slaves in the C organization as we speak right now. Yet you signed that off, President Kang. If you're listening, you did sign off on allowing those closures. So this is completely unacceptable. And it's a huge heartbreak for me every single time I talk about it. The second time I saw my dad, again, he feels...
That's time. Our next hand raised is Gigi's phone. Gigi, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Okay, so I waited for over 2 hours just to get my 1 minute in. I don't get paid for this. In fact, I'm losing opportunities right now to make money in order to use my 1 minute. That's how important it is to me. I've been coming to these meetings for well over a year, and I've been speaking. And I feel like you guys are not listening to me and the others that are calling. We need you to do something. You aren't doing enough. Please do better. I yield my time.
Our next hand raised is Miriam. Miriam, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. I want to return to the topic that Audit LA was speaking about regarding the Film LA permits and the Scientology C organization members used as slave labor on streets of Los Angeles, being made to hold in the same position for several hours. And the fact that there was actually LAPD off-duty cops, armed cops, threatening people not to use their right of way and walking on the sidewalk. We need to have some kind of controlling entity to follow up with whether it's filming permits or it's event permits, and go and check if things are actually done as they should be, and the one who is searching for the permit is actually following the rules. That's all. Thank you.
Our next raised is Sandra. Sandra, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you.
I again would like to speak about renaming the street back to Berendo and also issuing fines to Scientology for not returning the city-owned barricades and cones. I don't feel like a child sex abuse and slave labor cult should be allowed to have their leader's name on a publicly owned street in any country, city, or town. Illegal parking signs should be taken down. There is no documentation of parking ever permanently being removed on North Berendo, now cult leader and sex trafficker L. Ron Hubbard Way Street. So please take that down and put it as a tabled agenda item so that it can be voted on, and take the street back. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Our next hand raised is Jamie. Jamie, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Hi, my name is Jamie Mustard. I am the author of Child X. I'm calling in honor of Black History Month. In that book, which has been recently made a finalist for the Oregon Book Award, it's been accepted as a forensic historical document to one of the most prestigious awards in the country, where it tells the story of my ancestors as freed American slaves, only for me to be born in the 1970s as a slave and turned over to Scientology, where I underwent a kind of neglect and child abuse that one cannot imagine. So I just urge you to read that book as it's being validated as a forensic document of my life as a crime scene. And I urge you to take these matters seriously. And I urge you to withdraw the name L. Ron Hubbard Way. Is an insult to my pain and all of the friends, most of which have been lost to drug addiction or suicide based on what happened to us in those buildings, right under the nose of Los Angeles officials. We were enslaved in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Okay, President King, that is the end of our hands raised for general public comment.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in person for multiple, so we will transition to a virtual platform.
Okay, our first caller is said you'd like to speak on finance, so you'll have 3 minutes.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm actually in tears right now. When it comes to the minutes, if you never put anything on your minutes ever again, can you please put the last caller, Jamie Mustard's comments? It is so appropriate. We just had a 2-hour beautiful, presentation, okay, for our African-American, our Black workers and heritage. And here you have a Black man who came and is telling you, gave you his book, you have his book, telling you his history, that he came from this heritage, freed slaves, and then became enslaved in our city, a city that you guys, and like Commissioner Mitchell said, public works is about public safety, and that is so true. And where was his safety? Where, and where's the safety of the people now? Like when, like those workers, like at that film thing, where is the safety? And, so that's my minutes. That's my plea for the minutes. I want to discuss, because it is on the agenda, the presentations. This was my favorite presentation. Even it was the longest, I believe, but it was also my favorite. It was really beautiful and meaningful. And, I was my godmother, so it was more like a grandmother to me, because I didn't have, my grandparents already passed, was a Black woman. And the one woman that sang, like, the praising God, like, that just reminded me of her. That's something that she would do. And she wouldn't go anywhere without, everyone's going to know, like, she's going to praise God wherever she goes. And I really loved that woman who sang that song. It just took me back to my childhood, and I appreciate her. I love this woman so much. I actually got baptized in the Black church. That's how much just, of an influence she had in my life. And so I do honor Black History Month. Now I want to go to the last one with the streets and the resurfacing. So there's a resurfacing. You're talking about resurfacing, and we've been coming here for 2 years asking you to resurface L. Ron Hubbard Way. I don't care, even if you want to put bricks down again. I just want bricks down because it does look beautiful, but I want them placed by people that are not indentured servants, that are not in slavery, that are not children who are being forced to do this at night so the police and everyone doesn't see it. The little kids come out and do their servitude, because, it wouldn't look proper. I don't want that. I want that erased. Like some things we can't really erase history, but we can learn from it, right? That's the whole point of Black History Month. We can learn from the mistakes of the past and do better. That's what I want with the street. Okay, let's learn from the mistakes of the past. You guys, let all that go without looking into it. And now that we know better, you have actual victims coming forward. And congratulations to Jamie Mustard and his book.
Our next hand raised is Georgina. You said you'd like to comment on all items. You'll have 3 minutes. Please let us know which items you're speaking.
Thanks. I want to start with, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to start with the minutes. The fact that you have people calling in like Jamie Mustard and Audit LA and Lara FM, and it's not reflected on the minutes is a travesty. These are the voices of valiant heroes that are trying to inform you of the abuses of this cult. How ironic that it's happening during Black History Month, that we're still crying out for the slaves that are in present day America. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be reflected on the minutes. It's a travesty of justice. As far as repaving, you definitely need to repave L. Ron Hubbard Way. You need to pull out the bricks put in by the slave labor force that they call their Sea Org. Those people get pennies an hour for hard manual labor. They aren't compensated. They aren't insured. When you let them that leeway to do whatever they want on that street, you are punishing people, viable contractors that are following the rules. You're punishing them by denying them work and holding them to a different standard, and it's not fair. It's inequitable. It needs to be changed. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Our next caller is Laura FM. You said you'd like to comment on all items. You'll have 3 minutes. Please let us know which items you're speaking on.
Thank you. I'm going to speak on all items, but first with the minutes. I really want to echo exactly what everybody was just saying with the minutes. This is super important. The fact that, we have a system, whether it's working great or not in the city, to be able to have a board to comment on and to be able to call in and say, hey, we're really asking for help in this area. For years now, we've been doing this. And one of those things is the reflection of the minutes. That's super important for legal records, to show that, whether the city, the board can do something or not, or whether they are doing something and obviously slowing down permits and things like that. It needs to show in the minutes so that later if somebody comes and says, hey, when these people were bringing this up, that were ex-members of this cult that are being treated like shit and harassed on a daily basis because we're putting out our stories, Child X, things like this, speaking on the internet about these stories and recording my father, who's trapped in an indentured servant still to this day, including my mother, who I try to capture them on video to let the world know, to let the lawyers know, to let the judges know this is how they're treated. But the first thing that what's not making sense is that you guys have the responsibility to be able to change and do that. And it doesn't feel like you're being open and forthwith about what is happening, if there are changes, or just giving some acceptance from the people calling in on the minutes. It needs to be understood. It needs to be talked about. It can't be a scary subject to talk about. And if it is, that's a big problem. If it's a problem to put on the minutes that people that were born and raised in the cult of Scientology are begging you to stop giving permits, even for the slightest thing, for a sidewalk, there's no reason for it. There should be a main reason why they would have to shut down the Shrine Auditorium, or a main reason why they would have to shut down a whole street that has filming going on at 5 a.m. in the morning with indentured servants, and they're just mixed in with highly paid actors, so nobody knows the difference. This is completely unacceptable. You guys were giving the permits for that. So we've been calling for years and years, needs to be reflected on the minutes. And then the last thing is just to, again, whatever board public works or people you're entering in on your programs or anything like this, please verify with those programs, those community warning, Scientology safe pointing booklet programs that I gave you that give you logos and the business owners and quote, front groups of Scientology that are destroying this community and are taking advantage of the public works and the permits. These are the front groups that are scamming you. So please make sure nobody's being hired, and whoever is signing off has this booklet, has the pamphlet in front of them so they know, wait a minute, no, this is what Laura FM and
Okay, I see. Jamie, you still have your hand raised. Did you have commentary on any of our agenda items today?
Yes, I wasn't aware that I wasn't included in the minutes, so I'd just like to restate quickly what I talked about before so that I make sure that I'm included in the minutes.
Yes.
My name is Jamie. My name is Jamie Mustard. I'm an author. I reside in Portland, Oregon, but I was born and raised in Los Angeles. On the day of my birth, I was turned over to Scientology into a slum nursery at 811 Beacon Street, not far from MacArthur Park, where I was raised with 40 babies to one caretaker. We were weekly bathed in one vat of water, dipped in our own feces as they would clean us and change our diapers once a week, where I was raised with little to no human touch. That was I was never went to school. I didn't have underwear. I never learned to brush my teeth. I was raised as an animal until we escaped to Eugene, Oregon at 13. And then I went back into it where I was trafficked as a teenager. I have a book, Child X. It's currently up for the Oregon Book Award in general nonfiction, which means it's being treated as a historical forensic document, which is.
Okay, President King, that's the end of our hands raised on the Zoom platform. End of our hands raised, yeah.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. I'll move. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Cardenas.
Okay, we'll take the roll call starting with you, President King.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitt.
Great job, everybody. I'm gonna go. I need to go lay down, rest my voice. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for all of your support. Bye, guys.